Find that because I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. Let's go. Because 2022 for certain people has started off already very ghetto.
I mean,
she's not quite ghetto for me, but she's just got some sticky, icky energy that's real funny and foul. So at this point, because I keep asking myself, and I've been asking myself this question since Sunday, Spirit, what is the lesson? And the one lesson I got when I didn't have internet for 18 days, and when you work from home, that's kind of a big deal. You run an entire advertising for an entire brand, and you have a personal business. You kind of need your internet. And after cussing and fussing for days, I said, Spirit, what's the lesson? And my lesson that I learned was you can pretty much get whatever you want out of me as long as you can communicate.
Yeah.
Just Adrian, I'm about to screw you over. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Because I know it's coming. It's when I don't know it's coming or when you are not communicative, that starts to err on the side of trifling to me. And that's just, I cannot deal with gross incompetence. The other lesson I learned is that it's already started. I haven't greeted everybody. We've been live all of 14 seconds and I'm already cutting up. The other lesson I learned is businesses are about to use a whole bunch of, how do I put this delicately? Foolishness and buffoonery to get away with a lot of foolishness and buffoonery. And almost threw cards on it because I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Hi, everyone. Welcome to 2022. Has she been ghetto for
you? My Mercury retrograde happens before and after. It's like right before and then a little bit after. But in between, I seem to be a little bit okay. The communication part goes awry a little bit, which is not the greatest time to start a class where you're going to teach people. But
when is the retrograde starting? I hope that a girl.
The 14th, the 11th, something like that.
Hold on.
But I'm already having all the technical problems in the world. And yesterday, this computer that which I'm going to be broadcasting on just shut down. It just turned all the way off. And I'm like in the middle of something. It just went bloop. I'm done. It's like, okay.
Oh, this girl starts like next Wednesday. That's some disrespectful SHIT right there.
Already a trifling heifer right now. So.
Oh, that explains so much. I'm about to put this in the telephone. So I know. Hold on. All day even Mercury. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm like, son of a mother. This is just ain't. I don't know what it is, but it ain't cute. That's what it ain't. I had the little fan that's what it was. It is very disrespectful, Nanny. And the little fan that's in there was turning and then it just went. I'm like, what is that noise? And then it just went zero. I'm like, okay. What we not gonna do is take the Uber to Best Buy and buy a whole new computer, but what we is gonna do is get on Amazon and see how much one costs. So I'm like, because I do need this because I need it kind of like right now. Yeah. So I have ghetto rigged something. It's the fan is sitting underneath something, and then this something is sitting too close to the fan for whatever reason. Now, mind you, they're bolted to the rest of the computer. How they started moving and touching each other, I do not know. But I guess they're having a Me Too movement too. And so it went completely nuts and just shut everything down. And so I had to take whatever it was touching and like pull it up and put some under it to where it don't come back down. So I'm like, this is the equivalent to duct tape right now. So we're going to keep rolling with it because the son of a mother costs $1,500. You need to work until I die.
God, this explains so so much.
I
This
just can't wait.
explains so much. For those of you who are wondering, all of the Mercury retrograde cycles this year, we are blessed with 4 this year. 4, because normally we get 3. This year we get 4. Johnie, like Johnie says, the first one starts January 14th, ends February 3rd. The second one, Johnie, no, I'm sorry, it's going to be during your birthday, May 4th through June 3rd.
All right.
We had one during my birthday last year, so
I'm going to hide that entire
The third one is September 9th through October 2nd. I don't know why I put September 2nd. September 9th through October 2nd. And the last one is December 29th through January.
Oh, well, we get to end the year with retrograde.
He is sloppy, dirty, messy, petty, filthy, but
broke out with no shoes. That's what she is.
Because I heard your voice saying that earlier today when I was up to the post office. So for those of you who have ordered Red Mental Healing products, I have reached out to all of you, but my post office has decided they just are not going to work. They've been closed for a week, and when they're open at very odd, like for an hour, and then they close, and a handwritten note that says we be back at 3. And it's 3:30 and we're all in line outside. So I apologize. I got some out yesterday while they were open for an hour, and I went 3 times today, and all 3 times I went, they were closed. So hopefully they'll be open tomorrow. I will send the next batch of orders out. That includes you, Johnie. I have something for you that's in that.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's sitting in my car because I can't do anything with it. If you guys order something from me within this, I'm going to give it a week, where I'm going to send it UPS instead of USPS. I will eat the additional cost, so the shipping prices will stay the same. It's just going to be UPS instead of USPS because I don't know what's going on at the Buckingham station, but she is.
I sent something UPS because they're down the street, and I'm thinking I need to go donate blood or something because what's happening? Yeah. Y'all take arms and legs too? Is that what we're doing here? God dang, this cannot possibly cost $13 and it weigh less than a feather. So
she's been nasty too.
Because I got about 4 more of these to send out. So what we doing right now?
Yeah. So again, if you place an order, I will send for the next. I'm going to give it a week. You're going to get it UPS. So it'll be UPS ground anywhere from 3 to 5 days, and then USPS. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And for those of you who know me, the thing I try to pride myself on as a business owner is when you order, it's out the door and in your hands within a week. And that usually is the however 3 to 5 days USPS. I make it and send it to you within 24 hours. And so the fact that I cannot get you your stuff is bothering me because you gave me your money. I need to give you your product because I right now have a dispute with a woman who sold some after evening items, and she got all $200 of my money.
But ain't said nothing.
Ain't said nothing.
See.
And I have been disputing it with my bank, and I need my monies back. Because that's trifling. It's been 8 weeks.
See, yeah. You, at the very least, you need to tell me something. I'm okay because everybody blames everything on COVID. Okay. But if it is what it is, then you need to tell me what it is. That way I don't just sit here and think you in Cancun somewhere with my money now. If
you did a batch order and said, okay, I know that from my supplier, I'm going to get 92. So you're going to buy 92, but it's going to take me 8 weeks to get it from my supplier. You need to tell people. And when people email you and say, where's my SHIT? You need to say, I'm trifling. I took your money. And they even got on the website that says, if it says order pre-shipment, this is what it really means. And I'm like, no, what it really means is you frauded us. It means that you went and acted like you were going to ship something and you never sent it out because game recognizes game. I'm a business owner. And the moment I say pre-shipment, that means I printed your label and I'm walking my black ass down to the post office. That's what that means.
That's what pre-shipping means. Lord Jesus. But, okay, I hate to say this, but
So,
it's in here, so I'm gonna bring it out.
yeah.
Were they African Americans?
Of course.
Oh my god.
And what's even worse is my I've got a couple of small Black business owners that I have been trying to support because I just feel so supported. That reciprocity. When I tell you, now one of them was my loctician, and I almost had to hem up on her because I ordered some stuff from her 6 weeks ago during my last retie. Now she did at least reply when she's like, "Hey, it's supposed to be in the mail." And when I saw her Tuesday, she gave me a box of stuff and was like, "Your stuff was lost. I am so sorry. And to compensate, here's your product plus some." I said, "You know what? I sure was about to dispute with you with PayPal. I'm gonna let that slide." Okay. All right. My two other women who, and I've promoted them on my Instagram, who are starting their business. I mean, I ordered the stuff Monday. It was at my house Friday, and that was during Christmas. I mean, on top of it. I mean, just, and so I just, this, and I just, it's rough.
I want us to stop that though.
My grounding kit is technically available. It probably, my inventory on my website's ghetto sometimes, and will say that I have stuff available that I don't, and people will order it, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go make it's usually the candles that's hard, because I'm like, and I'll email you and I'm like, I have to pour your candle and it's going to take 48 hours to cure. I'm sorry. Everybody's usually like, that's fine, to worry about it. This may be, and this is, I know I have it, and it's supposed to say I have it in stock. And so it probably saying I don't have the grounding kit in stock. It's in stock. Buy up. And this week you get the benefit of getting UPS win.
Damn post office.
Johnie, the only housekeeping I have is housekeeping that we share. So can you kick us off with housekeeping? What's going on?
That's all I got. We'll be live on Becca's channel Sunday, and then tomorrow. That's all I got.
What's going on tomorrow? Tell everybody.
Tomorrow with us. Oh, let me say this. So
say it.
Sundays we do our political round tree tarot type of thing, to where we go from channel to channel with the political tarot. So tomorrow we are going to start a non-political tarot, and we will be trading off on channels. So it'll be me, and then Sienna, and then Adrian and Tony, and we will be going from channel to channel with our non-political tarot. And they're not, let me say this too for clarification, they're not personal reads. They are just things from the world that are non-political. And so we will be doing that at 7:30 Eastern on Fridays, and we will start with my channel on tomorrow at 7:30. So there you go.
Gonna try to not act like a colossal butt plug.
It's kind of a requirement, because this especially, did you see the email I sent? One of the questions is very petty, and I put it in there just because.
No. That's why I preface by saying I'm going to try really, really hard.
Oh, I'll give y'all a heads up in the chat in case you want to come see what we have to say. The question is from Pat's Blue Ribbon. They make alcoholic beverages. You can hardly call it beer, according to beer drinkers, because apparently it's horrible. So they sent out a tweet saying, "Not drinking this January, try eating ass." So, yeah. Oh, Desiree, if you have Cash App, you can send it that way too. But just email me and we'll work it out.
It's you, Desiree. We know you.
Yes, I mean, you know.
we know you. We got.
I mean, just send me an email.
We already got you in the class.
I mean,
as if I'm running. Let me mind my business.
PayPal sometimes just got crotch rot, and she just don't act. She'll act right sometimes.
I got a very particular smell when he said crotch rotten. That went right to just, it reminded, ooh. Wow, it reminds me of that time I was on an international flight, and God bless this woman. She went into the bathroom. And ladies, we all know when we see women walking with a certain size pouch, we know what that means. And we had already been on the flight, like, oh my God, it was like 6 or 7 hours. And we still had another like 4 or 5 to go. It was long. I think I was coming back from Germany and going back to California. And she walked into, and I don't shame anybody. However, I'm going to tell you some facts. But she walked into that bathroom with that little pouch. I actually at first was like, God, that's rough to be on an international flight and be going through all of that. And we're, just if she has cramps, everything. Jesus Christ, when she opened up that lavatory door, when she was done, that wind came out. It's like,
push the little button.
okay, this is the
There's
part.
a bioterrorist on board.
This is the part that the flight attendant walked through the cabin and was shaking up the air.
Don't call attention, but what can you do?
And I was like, yes, it smells like crotch rot, but you're wrong. Woman to woman, you wrong as hell for that. Like,
oh God.
Ooh, I just felt so. And so when you said, it's a smell that I have never smelled since. It has been burned in my nose, and that was like 7-8 years ago. So as soon as you said crotch rot, I was like, oh, I just went back to 7-8. How did you get crotch rot? Where did crotch rot come from?
PayPal got crotch
rot. Johnny's class starts tomorrow at 6?
At 5 p.m. 5 to 7.
5 to 7. And then after 5 to 7, join us. I'm sorry, that's right. Just I'm sorry. I did from 7:30. Johnny's channel, non-political reads. This is why people can't take me anywhere, because I have no clue.
This is why I don't go anywhere, because I know better ahead of time.
I did say to my entire team today, I said we're having a strategy session, and we had to have some uncomfortable conversations, and I'm known at work for, you can say whatever you want to say about Adrienne, but she's transparent. She's going to tell you how it is. She's going to tell you what it is. She's going to be as professional as she can about it, but she's just going to tell you, and that's it. And so I'm like, that's the best way in the world of calling me a bitch. That's so I love it. And I told my team today, because we're having difficult conversation, I was like, you know what? I'll bring it up to senior leadership, because y'all know I have no qualms stepping in the biggest pile of shit, picking it up, throwing it on people, and making sure it's that liquidy diarrhea kind, so it slides down the wall real slow. And we're all on camera. It was like,
but do you hear what I'm saying?
So,
I mean,
speaking of watery diarrhea, let's see so tonight we're gonna do what you need to water. Wait, how does it go?
Water more, worry less.
Water more, worry less. If you drink a lot of water, you won't have liquidy diarrhea. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
So, what do we need to water more? I'm going to cover what we're watering more, and Johnny is going to cover what we need to worry less. Yes. So, we're going to get into it, because it's been a whole we do this every time. It's been 20
minutes, no cards.
I also would be remiss if I did not do this and be very uncomfortable. Johnny, thank you so much for coming back for another wild series. And for this, because I really, especially after the last one, I was like, they ain't coming back. They ain't coming back. And you, not only did you come back, you prompted me. So thank you.
I was like, are we still doing this? Because I mean, if you don't want to, I mean, I can't force nobody, but I'm
I
down
did
for the
it.
cause.
So thank you for coming back. All right, what we need to water more. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know how to make this positive.
Well, it's not yours is kind of not supposed to be because it's something they need to pay more attention to.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, there's
Mine is the stop worrying about this thing.
Jesus, there's nothing. Okay, so listen, the star, the most positive card in the world, right? You also got some bullshit next to it.
Oh, mercy.
With the Five of Swords, win at all cost, and the Devil, positive, negative, yin and yang of life, right? So here's how I'm going to interpret this. You also have got throat chakra, listen to others, and you also have you get to the card, solar plexus chakra. What I'm interpreting is this. You are going to rise through once you realize that there's just people and things out there that are only care about themselves. There's just that energy of I'm going to do for me, because of me, period. You can rise above that, actually. You really can, because once you here's the thing about it. Accepting it does not mean that you condone it. Accepting it means I'm no longer going to feed this energy. Once I've accepted something, I've used my solar plexus chakra to now say that I now have control over me. I may not have control over them, but I've got control over me, over how this can impact me. Will I fight? Will I flight? Will I sink? Will I swim? Will I be assertive or will I be aggressive? So pay attention to the shysters. Pay attention to that energy that's win at all cost. Some addiction, it's got to be me. Unfortunately, they have not healed or elevated out of that energy, but you can and you have and you will. So just pay attention to that. And also too, forearmed is forewarned. When it says listen to others, listen to others. That's actually how you're going to this is how you're going to be successful. Is when you pay attention to it, when you start seeing the trends and realizing that just people are people and, oh, wait, what Becky said didn't sound right. Maybe it may not be right. Paying attention to the signs is how you're going to be able to combat this jackleg energy that's over here.
I get the Queen of Wands, the straightforward queen, the queen of creativity, and then I get message in a bottle. So this is divine messaging. So what to worry about less is, have you been heard? The thing that you're putting out there, the thing that you have been said or you have been saying, have you been heard? And so that is the thing that they want you to worry a little bit less about, because yes, you have. If you put a prayer out there, you have to leave it alone, because it's kind of like the string on a sweater. You're going to keep pulling at it until you unravel it, and then you have nothing but piles of words, piles of things that was once something if you would have just left it be. So whatever it is, if you have to write it down and put it somewhere, that way you can't fool with it. You don't want to tear it up or whatever the case may be. Whatever the release is for you, find a creative way to secure your prayer, whatever it is you need to do. Bury it in the ground if you have to. But if you put it out there, leave it alone. Worry a little bit less. You have been heard.
You know, Johnny, it's making me think too, something that I keep hearing. I've heard this message since I was like in my early teens, but I keep hearing it again. And it is, if you're going to pray, don't worry. And if you're going to worry, don't pray. And I've heard that saying more in the last, 6 days. So the last 5-6 days in 2022 than I think I've heard in the last 3 years. And I'm like, I usually have that philosophy. So is it something that I need to pay attention to, or is it something I need to be reminding others? And I keep hearing remind others. Once you put that energy out, it's out. So stop worrying.
You're back there to see a whole lot more that people may be, and with the COVID too, that is another thing to like, don't be afraid of everything.
Yeah.
You know, trees and plants don't have COVID, deers do, but everybody doesn't have it. You're not going to just automatically get it by walking outside. Like if you're going to worry about everything, live in a bubble, And even then, you're going to worry about what happens to me inside the bubble. So that's perfect. If you're going to worry, don't pray. If you're going to pray, don't worry.
If you're going to be conscientious, then trust that the precautions you're taking are working.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best you can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So Aquarius, I hope that helps. Watch out for them shysters. That's all I'm going to say. Pisces. Let's see what your moon jam is for the month of January.
7:30 Eastern, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Okay.
Interesting. Really, I shuffled. Okay. And then what is the overall? Oh, she's pretty. She looks like Misty Copeland. She looks like Misty Copeland.
I don't know who that is.
Black ballerina with American Ballet Theater.
No,
She's
I'm not.
like Prince videos.
That's shame. I'm not cultured. I shouldn't admit that.
Misty Copeland. You're going to get a message that's going to be the catalyst for you to take some action that is going to be able to let you walk away from a situation that you've been holding onto a little too long, that you need to just walk away from. I keep hearing police message in a bottle. There's a message you're going to get. There's something that you're going to get. It's going to come pretty quickly too with the 8 of Wands. And you're going to be able to go, this is what I needed. Or maybe this was the sign. Or maybe I said, you know what? Let Jerome come in one more time at 8:45, smelling like Chanel number 10 with some burgundy lipstick on the collar. Let him do it one more time. And then he does it. Or he doesn't even have to do it. You overhear a message and you're like, that's what I needed. Boom, I'm out. Okay. That was very dramatic, but you get what I'm saying. There's something, you're going to get the message. Thank you so much, me, myself, and I, for the super chat. I pray that generosity is returned to you immediately and tenfold. You're going to get something that you need to be able to walk away from a situation that is no longer serving you with the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Also, too, just believe that, again, you also getting the throat chakra listen to be able to receive. I mean, the 8 of Wands is all about quick communication, my dude. Somebody can yell and scream and say whatever they need to say, but if you're not open to hearing the message, you ain't going. They just yelled and screamed and fussed and cussed and it didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Be open to listening because the message is indeed coming for you, intended for you. Be open to listening. And once you get that message, tune into that crown chakra, tune into those upper chakras, the third eye chakra, and know that it's okay to walk away. Because that's actually what was needed. Anything is possible. Just be open to the possibility that by doing this action with this Ace of Wands, it's needed because I need to be able to walk away and I don't call it walking away. Call it walking into something new. So walk into something new with pride. You'll be fine.
And worry less about that support. Mind you, that's what I get here, so you will be fine. The leg up card is the asking for help, but do not worry about like rejection or people not being there for you. The support is already there. You just need to step into it. I get the 2 of Cups. Both of these are kind of the same thing. The 2 of Cups is often sort of categorized as like the love card, but it's not about love. It's about support. It's about a cooperation. We see eye to eye type of thing, which could be in love, but this is more along the lines of like other partnerships other than just romance. And so there are people who are already sort of in the wings to help you do what it is you need to do. You just got to step into it. So whatever this venture is, go for it. You are already supported.
Walk out on faith with a little F, so faith with a big F can reach up underneath your foots.
I'm taking these cards out so they don't repeat.
I'm going to get that listen card one more again. That girl.
Let's be unique here. What was the first card I pulled?
Aries, Jen, you came in right in time. I feel like you timed it so you can come in right when we're getting ready to do your sign. Aries, you are up next. Good evening to all of you who are here. Thank you so much to the moderators, to Lucky Girl, to Sharon, to Jen, Lynn, Tarot. You can call me Tarot because that just makes me giggle.
The mouse hunter.
Yeah.
He's up at 3 a.m. shoveling bodies out in the snow.
Thank you to Marie Henson and Kathy and just Cindy. Hello. Cartomancy, Debbie, Pam, B, Debbie. Just thank you guys so much for joining on a Thursday night with very little notice because, you know, that's just how life, like Johnny said, she's acting like a 2-cent hooker and $2 shoes right now. So, Aries, what you need to watch her more. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Celebrate more. Whatever conflict that you've been going through, and I know you've been feeling it because that's life, and she's been kind of, you know, again, that 2-cent whore and $2 shoes. There's actually going to be some victory that's coming. So whatever conflict that's there, just know that there is going to be some victory and some resolution that's coming to you. So pay attention to that, water that, be on the lookout for it, celebrate in that, knowing that it's coming. We are on the sign of Aries. And bounce ideas off of people. I know it's been hard because when you've been, you know, feuding and beefing and fussing and cussing, you kind of don't want to deal with a lot of people and ask for opinions and collaborate because it's like when you open your mouth, like, God, what is this knucklehead about to say next? Actually, no, just know that it's going to be okay. You may need to bounce that idea off of them. This is another card I'm about to pull out because it's the second card I pulled. It's going to also give you a much needed boost in your solar plexus chakra. I mean, it's draining to feel like you've been in conflict, whether it's for 5 seconds, 5 years, or 5 minutes. That's hard. Makes you second guess yourself, makes you go through a lot. So just know that you will get a much needed solar plexus boost once this slapping your mama drama is done with.
I get Imagine, which is creativity. And then I get the Emperor. This is maybe you are in a fear mode that you cannot come up with an idea, that you cannot finish a project, that you're now having writer's block or whatever the case may be. Worry a little less about that because something is about to break through. Maybe right now you're just in download stage to where the next batch of ideas or the next batch of creativity just hadn't hit you yet. Don't do things in your own time when it comes to creative. Sometimes you have to wait for the inspiration to be there. That way you didn't jack up what you had in the first place. So worry a bit less about that. You will get whatever it is you need to continue your projects.
That sounded like me, and I'm not even close to Aries. Projects. I was like, I've got a dining room full of for projects. Hope that helps, Aries. Next is our terrific Taurus. More mouse traps. Oh, the body shoveler. Oh, Taurus. Let's see what you need to watch her in the month of January. I'm shuffling the cards. I swear I'm shuffling. Okay. Don't be scared. Whatever action you need to take, because that worry again ain't gonna do you no good because you're divinely protected. It's positive. So stop worrying. Stop this temperance. The phrase I want to say is a little impolite. I don't know why that's ever stopped me before on my channel. I'm gonna say stop pussyfooting. It's so This is not the time to bring that energy. Temperance is, it's good, right? It's that balance. It's the antithesis of the devil, right? That me going into it, sucking the energy. Temperance is like, be a little bit more balanced about this. However, sometimes that does cause analysis paralysis. I remember going through a phase where I was so worried and wrapped up into I've got to do this, this, and this, and what if this, and what if this. And then when it went swimmingly, I went back and said, I wonder if I had just from the beginning said, what happens when everything goes right, and not what happens if I need A, B, C, D, and E, and just reminding myself that's ingrained trauma response. And that's how I've been able to, in my mind, survive, is having multiple plans when really you don't need that. You know how to survive. So stop pussyfooting, stop worrying. Just know that it's going to work itself out how it needs to work out. Listen, speak, use your voice. It's going to work itself out. You know why? Because that crown chakra connection, let yourself shine. Be you. Stop worrying so much. I know it's easier said than done. I know I just gave a whole story about how I worried to death about some BS for months and it ended up fine. I get it. I'm a victim of it myself. So game recognizes game. You don't have to worry so much.
Because it is an easy thing to do, but it is hardly, I won't say never, but I'm going to say never, the right thing to do. So either it's something you can figure out, therefore use your brain and not your worry. What is the amygdala is what controls your fear, and it's like this big, and your brain is like this big. So worry less about the future. Here we have peace in the Ace of Cups. This is basically, you are divinely guided, you are divinely protected. You are also, use your judgment. The peace card is about the things you do not need. The release, sort of the resurrection of the judgment card. The bird flies over the egg. It no longer needs the shell. It is grown now. It is now time to enter the world. But with the Ace of Cups, you are protected. This is your spirituality. This is your divine connection too. So, and on the traditional depiction, there is still a dove on both cards. And so connect to that divinity. When you need to worry about something, that means you need to use your brain to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, then that's when you start to pray. Because this is something I can't do, so let me hand it over to somebody who possibly can, and then I'll leave it alone. So that's what that is. Give your offering to the divine. Here's my problem. You said you wanted them. Here you go. It's your fault I'm here. So that's what I always keep saying. So
it is your fault that my daddy lived with my mammy. I'm just saying. Ooh, Johnny, you ready to see what foolishness has popped up for you, a Gemini?
What kind of cards can I pull out? Let's see.
That's me sipping tea and being petty.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Already. I know what this is because I did a reading on this already. So this is a personal reading. So I'm going to put all this back in here because.
So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you the cards and then you can just, okay. So Ace of Cups.
Okay.
Knight of Pentacles.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Five of Wands.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try to talk to the group and not directly to you.
Yes.
Listen, Gemini. Don't let your slick mouth talk you into some crackle-mackle that's gonna cause some shit to pop off. There, I said it. Go slow. Don't pop off. Do not, because here's the thing. This is the thing I love so much about Geminis. It's two completely different people. You're the same person. It's just what side of you we get is very different. Right before you pop off, ask yourself, am I Johnny 1 or Johnny 2?
She said she was going to address the group, not me, parents.
I was about to list all the other Geminis I know. before you pop off. Are you Lillian 1 that's going to pop off, or Lillian 2? Harrison 1. It's just, remember that, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, it's a message. You're getting the message that there's a course you need to take. You may need to let the course ride itself out, because if you don't, there's an emotion and some conflict that can pop off. And I just, when I get the 3, I'm like, this is Gemini. Don't let your slick ass mouth get you into some frackle knackle. If, like, let's say perhaps somebody sends you an email and you really, really agree with the sentiment behind the email. And as you're writing your response, it's 9 beautifully crafted sentences of how much you completely agree with.
Yeah, yes.
However, at the last minute you renege and you say, you know what? Rico 2 showed up and not Rico 1. Rico 1 may have just replied with a sentence that says, I hear you, and then sends it. But Rico 2 had the 9 sentence diatribe. Just be cognizant of that, because here's the thing too. The reason why I'm telling you is because you're misaligned. That instinct with the third eye chakra and your solar plexus, they're not as strong as they normally are right now. So you're not able to predict the fracas and the consternation that comes, which you normally are really good at doing. You can foresee when Rico 2 shows up. Rico 2 shouldn't show all the way up, and normally you can see it. These are little dialed out right now, so you can't quite see it. So just be careful opening your mouth and popping some stuff off. That's going to be a little sticky, icky, and cause some conflict later to try to clean up. Okay, did I get out of your personals and make it more vague, Johnny?
Sort of, because here's the thing. I did a reading after our Sunday stream, and we sort of dialed back to the backstage, as StreamYard calls it. I did a tableau on myself, and Jen and Becca were there. And in that tableau, it says, temper your reaction. Because I get like, it's explosive with the tower. Like, you're going to look bad, though, if you pop off at somebody. And that was exactly what was in there. And Jim was like, well, maybe it's like, something different. I'm like, I think it's that. You get me to a point. I can ignore a troll, but you get me to a point to where it feels argumentative. Yeah. And then I'm going to go there.
And I'm saying this too, Johnny, because you are not the only Gemini I know who has been struggling with this for the last couple of weeks. I work very close friends. My work sisters are Geminis, and I have had to pull them aside 3 times this week, like, and they're normally very calculated in their responses and very upfront. And so I was like, I don't know what's going on, but she is snitch. Don't say that to her like that. She's gonna go to HR on you. So you're not the only one who's going through it.
So y'all in the chat heard it. So if I lose control, you know where it came from. This is another thing that popped up for me in a reading too. The 9 of Pentacles in exchanging gifts. This is personal money and then putting a value on something. You're doing something for someone, and it is okay to be valued. It is okay to be paid for it. Stop worrying so much about how it looks to other people, because there is a sense of, maybe if I am a healer, I shouldn't charge for healing services because people need healing. No, that is something that was given to you by the divine that comes with the kit. This is something that was given to you to survive on this planet, because the divine didn't lay out that you could work at Kinko's and Subway and all these type of things. It gave you natural abilities. That way you can make a way for yourself on this planet. Value yourself. Everybody in the world does not do everything for free. And so you need to charge, you need to put out there whatever it is you're going to put out there, but value that thing and stop worrying about how it looks to people who won't shite for free.
Jody helped me with this years and years ago. I was really struggling. I had already had the business model I knew I had been told too many times from people I was doing the services for free. You can't keep doing this for free. You have to charge. And it felt so weird because I felt like I was breaking a contract. Like I was given this to come and help, and how can I charge it? It doesn't feel right. And Jody and I did an entire ceremony about how I needed to let that, basically in a very Jody way, told me I needed to let that bullshit go. And she said almost exactly what you said. Back in the day when this energy exchange became about currency and capitalism, you were able to exchange healing for something else. The healers were taken care of. They were revered, and they were, they didn't have to pay rent and groceries and whatever. The gift never went away, but how the currency exchange has changed. Yep. And so those of us who have the gift, it doesn't work anymore. You can, the village is going to prop you up and pay your bills. It'd be nice. But also I'm a little superficial and I'm a little addicted to Amazon. And so I don't think necessarily the village would support my Amazon habit. So it's okay to charge. Mm-hmm. Things have changed.
You got to eat too.
Just gave. Love that message you just gave, Johnny. All right, Cancers. You on deck.
Okay. This is going to be my 2022 New Year's resolution.
And not talk shit about Cancers.
Yes. One reason when I hear the word Cancer, I want to say something slick. Like, don't do that.
It was like, don't say no slick shit, Adrian. Keep your mouth shut. Stop. Stop, because then you're gonna get another nasty gram after this about you insulted my zodiac sign.
I mean,
now Adrian, just smile and just go through it.
These are not personal readings, okay? It's just a general message by anybody that receives it, but I still need to. When I hear the word Cancer, don't say something slick every time, God, dog. So I'm starting today. My other New Year's resolution already failed, so this is my new one. So, okay.
I have my horoscope resolution is I'm going to try to not be anxious when we get to Libra. When we get to Libra. So don't talk smack about Cancers and don't get anxious. Ooh, Cancer. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. Can I have your cards? Oh, well, wait, but mine's not always supposed to be positive though, right?
This is something they need to pay a little more attention to.
Okay, pay attention to. You gonna have something you're giving birth to. You may have already created it. Is about to pay off in spades with the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to start in with the King of Pentacles. Pay attention to it. So how do you prepare for the thing that you've created to start generating revenue is what I want to say. Now, keep in mind, this thing that you've created may not be physical money's revenue. It kicks off and because remember, we literally just talked about energy exchange of currency. It could just be that it pops off because you now are getting more likes, more attention, more people are talking about it. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but just pay attention. Whatever you've created is getting ready to start paying off, start to catapult. Make sure you are prepared. Pay attention to that. Don't be like me and think, oh, nobody's going to like it. Nobody's going to care. And then when they do, you get caught with your pants down and you're like, I wasn't ready. No, be ready, because that means what is for you and it's taking off. Okay. Also, to go with the flow. Don't get too emotional about it. It is an energy exchange. What's meant for you is going to come and flow. And then also just enjoy it. Be grateful. You've worked for this. This was not an accident. So don't have that energy of like, oh my God, I got to do it now because nobody's going to care. No, it's for you. Be grateful. Enjoy it. This is for you. Nobody's going to take it from
you. Cancer, it may be time. This is something you should worry a little less about. Worry is one of your traits, but worry a little bit less about your well-being, your health, because it is improving. There's also an aspect of do what's right for you, which is how you get to stop worrying about it. The star is total body healing, chakra, physical, emotional, for the future, the whole bit. And then time for a nap. This is retreat, relaxation. This is also regrouping and rethinking, like the Four Swords type thing. So it's you need to learn when it's time to pull back and then just think about yourself. So stop worrying about everybody else and just you do you for at least a little while, at least until you can't stand it anymore and you got to go get in everybody's business. But do you for a little bit.
I thought you said you weren't gonna be petty.
I know.
You still slid it in at the end.
New Year's resolution number 2 has failed. Oh well.
It's okay. Just
Mm-hmm.
we're human, guys. We're human. Because I can't tell you, I have a very, very good friend who hates Libras. She reminds me of this often, how much she cannot stand Libras. And I just look at her and I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? I know. And if she'll say something, or like I'll say something, or even we'll just gear up and say, I'm like, let me guess, you hate Libras. I know. So it's just, we don't hate cancers. We just, Johnny just.
I don't feel the need to say something slick every time the word cancer is mentioned. It's that emotion thing. I'm not emotional, and people who are make me think, why are you so emotional?
My God. Just understand, we're air signs. Most people are just, we're like, what the heck? Ew.
What is wrong with you? You need a Prilosec OTC. What's happening right now?
What? And I always do that, Tom Hanks. There's no crying in baseball. Every time. And I need to go like, and then I'm emotionally dead on the inside. So I need to inhabit more.
There was some show, I think it was like one of them HGTV type of shows, the coldest blooded line I've ever heard. A woman, they're sitting at the business table, right? And then she's one of the women in the world who feel as though she's got to put on the boot and crush anybody because women are undervalued in the corporate America. So she's sort of a little harsh to some people. And so this woman, she's emotional because her ideas are failing or something. And she says, if you got to cry, go outside. Like, damn. Like, you can't do it in here. Like, this is not what we do. So
I just think this one time I aired out one of my employees and I saw it like getting ready to trickle right there. And I stopped her. I said, take that to the bathroom. The first stall is the crying stall. That's the handicap stall. That's that big stall. So you can prop your foots up and get real comfortable. Take that to the first stall. And she got up and she took it to the first stall. So but that's the kind of things, slick stuff you say when you're emotionally dead on the inside.
Oh, meanwhile, 5 minutes later, we're still on cancer. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We didn't drug all y'all through the mud. This is horrible.
It's okay. I'm going to talk so much smack about Libra in a few moments. I already gave Johnny Did you not miss how I personally went for Johnny's throat?
And was completely correct at the same time.
And told 8 personal stories about him. The names were changed to protect the innocents.
Everybody getting these hands today.
So nobody is safe, okay?
Oh, mercy.
Oh, only people we don't throw shade is Aries. I think we're too scared of them. So
probably zero. Because talk about some slick stuff to say, they got it. And won't blink or nothing.
No, just
dare you say something back.
And you're just like,
I have nothing to say. What you mean? I
let me just pull my pride up off the floor with my drawers. Because I just all right. Let's talk about Leo. I've been staring at your cards for the last 20 minutes of that.
Leo, I used to say some slick mess about them too.
Yeah,
because they're so courageous until stuff pop off.
Okay, hold on. I put the cards down. Listen, God bless my mother's soul. But anybody who wonders why I have issues with Leos, you can blame my mother, because I would watch her talk more broke mess. I'm a, and then the moment I'm a need to do something, or she would throw one of us under the bus and make us do it for her. And I'm just like, and I have a lot of trauma behind that. I am healing. No,
Leo's invented I wish you would.
Yeah. And when you would, they I know I've healed from this because I have I used to not even want to, like, I just would not be friends with Leos. I was like, I can't. And I have really good friends now that are Leos, and I just understand that that's just, they're going to talk about it, and they're just not going to do anything about it. And then I'm the one that's like, and I do something about it. So that's it.
They're too competitive for me. I don't have any Leo friends.
So wonderful. Maybe I just, like, again, I healed from it and I'm good now, but I don't know. Listen, Leo, get off the struggle bus. Okay, here's how I interpreted this. There's a new partnership that you are going to start into, but the start's going to be a little rocky with the Lovers, the Fool, and the Five of Pentacles. It's going to start off a little rocky. So I would be just watch that. Watch these entanglements, these partnerships, these collaborations that you are going to get into. If somebody is singing sweet nothings to you, it sounds too perfect. It probably mother bleeping is. Watch it before it gets too deep. Don't go into it full head first like the Fool, because just watch it. There could be some consequences and repercussions. I watched a movie Life again during Christmas break, and that scene where they're like, what's repercussions? Another one, uh-oh. And Biscuit, uh-oh. It just cracks me up every time I hear repercussions. Be careful. Here's the thing though. Know that while this entanglement may not be right for you, there is something else that's for you. Follow your dreams. But you got to play. You got to be in it to win it. So just be careful while there is this energy of somebody luring you in, trying to promise you something. Just know that one's not for you, but another one is. So just follow your dreams. Go into it with an open heart, a playful heart with that sacral chakra energy, and you will be just fine.
Leo, worry less about judgment. I got chaos and conflict. And the High Priestess. The High Priestess, we tend, especially in political tarot, default to like secrets and hidden agendas and things like that, because that's usually what happens in politics. But she also, with the pomegranates behind her, she ate of the forbidden fruit. And so she got to see the underworld. And so there are things with the High Priestess that people judge her, that she is actually hated by some, because she also represents Mother Mary, the mother of Armageddon, who birthed the child for the end of the world type thing. And so she gets judged. She gets blamed. This is where you come in with, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do. If I want to eat of the forbidden fruit, I shall do so. If I want to, in this card, be a zebra with a giraffe pattern, you can do so as well. So whatever it is that you want to do, go out and do it if you're going to be judged anyway. And maybe that's why I keep seeing this. I have a song that I just discovered not too long ago, and it had a quote, I think, from Aristotle that says, if you want to avoid criticism, do nothing, be nothing, say nothing. And even then, you will still be criticized, because you're going to be criticized for being nothing, for saying nothing, and doing nothing. So you might as well do what you want to do anyway.
Let me co-sign on that message. We have a new director at work, and we're peers, we're working, and she's like, Adrian, you're really quiet. And I'm like, because I always feel like I'm pooping in people's mouth. The moment I say something, I'm the realistic one in the room. And she's like, and so it's like, I just got tired of being hated and being criticized. And she goes, so let me get this straight. You're tired of being criticized for being rational and thoughtful and realistic? Girl, if you go sit down somewhere, it's like, you know what? She's right, though. So how do I want this legacy to go out?
Yeah.
She's right. And that was a big
Do it anyway. You might as well be who you are.
Be who you are.
Instead of fighting who you want to be. Just be who you are.
Virgo. This is already starting off a little too personally, and I rebuke me because one of my signs is Virgo, and this is really disrespectful right now.
Me and Lauren Margulies need to have another talk.
Okay, because listen.
I need to know what's going on.
I cheated on Lauren a little bit, but I cheat on Lauren a little bit every year because I have a really good friend that's also I've known Gina forever, and Gina does like my birthday year, and then Lauren does my other. And a shit Gina said so far came true. I'm like, you're 50-50 anyway, but right now you batting a -4, dude. Let me just call. Let me just, and I went on Lauren's website. I'm not kidding you. The other day and was like, let me get in and get a reading from this heifer because ain't nothing Gina said so far. Good night. Okay. You may be the catalyst as to why you are confused. If things are not going how you want, if you're just like, why is this energy? Why are things going around? It actually could be you. I don't know why I'm getting this, but the Emperor, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. We want to look at somebody else, our interactions with somebody else, and point the finger and go, you're the reason why. If I just didn't mess with this, or if I just didn't whatever. But let's take a step back. What are we doing as the Virgo energy to help contribute to that situation? Sometimes the dirty emperor in the room is us. It could just be our own thoughts. It could be our own perspectives on a situation. But this is the king that comes in and rolls with the iron fist, and and sometimes it's just our brain, how we process something. What are we giving? The 6 of Pentacles is about that reciprocity, that exchange of something, whether it's currency and information, something. That's what's causing your confusion, boo-boo. Stop blaming them. Look at yourself. What am I doing to contribute to that situation? Watch that. Watch that. That's what you need to watch for. Run it by a friend. If sometimes we need to get out of our own heads. I love Virgos because we can be real meticulous and this and this and this and line it up. Sometimes though, we don't ask for help. Talk to a friend. Get that second opinion. Okay. And then just also too, once you may realize you may be contributing a little bit to this situation, be kind to yourself because you're human. Johnie says all the time, our brain is our greatest asset and also our worst enemy. You're human, and it's okay.
Because that's all you're ever going to be down here. So you might as well accept it. Speaking of acceptance, wait a minute. This shirt looks blue.
I thought it was. Is it black?
It's supposed to be. I ordered 15 of them, and they're all anyway. Squirrel.
I thought it was navy blue, and because I can see like navy blue looks like in your necklace in your aunt. Because I was like, he's so coordinated.
It's supposed to be black. It's black to bad eyes, but it's blue to lights and anyway. Okay. Sidebar. I did have a question. Does the color black exist in nature? Is it a natural color? Because my hair is not black. If you look in the light, it's brown. So the eyes aren't black. If you look in the light, they're brown. That's so anyway. That's what my brain does. You so
color is not the color of absence, Johnie.
That's what my brain does. Again, you're welcome. The Tower. Worry less. This is not the worry less card, but what it is telling you is all of the shiitake that's fallen around you, all of the stuff that's crumbling down, even if you caused it, go with it. Some things need to be torn down. There's a lesson in the rubble. Dig through it and find out what it is. This is now your time. Now that it has fallen down, this is now your time to dig through the rubble and find out what it is. I remember in the New Year stream, we were talking about we got all these lessons from 2021, personal lessons, but we weren't completely present within them. And so it's like when it happened, when it was over, when 2022 hit, we look back and say, oh, that and that and that. I want to be present in the lesson. I don't want to look back and get the lesson. I want to be present within it. So this is your forearm. This is your, when you become aware, you become responsible. If it's down in the dirt, if it's already rubble, you might as well sift through and find your lesson. So there you go.
He's not saying, he's just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That made a lot of sense about something that popped off at work today. Actually, hope that helps, Virgo. Libra, I got my arms in a surrender position because I do not like what we got.
Libra.
So
that's the wrong card. Oh goodness. Okay. I will keep it.
Yeah. Okay. Hanged Man, the King of Cups, Page of Swords. Listen. First of all, we've been emotional lately, and that's just not something we deal with anyway, is the emotions. And I think we know why. We have been falling on the sword for a lot of things that have been developing lately. At least that's how we feel. And I get it. But the thing is that becomes victim frequency, that becomes self-pity frequency. Maybe, like Johnie just said, we need to be more present in the lessons instead of reflective in the message. The learning. Oh, Jesus, let me try this again. Be more present in the lesson, in the learning, instead of being reflective after the fact. Because I think that's what's going to keep us from getting into that feeling that we've been pushing, humping, bumping to make all of these things work, and they just ain't hitting, and we're starting to get a little emotional. And I think that can help get us out of that. One of the 4 prayers I had for 2022 was that we don't wait till something pops off for us to learn the lesson. That goes exactly with what Johnie just said, being present while it's happening. Mm-hmm. Being present while it's happening, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I kept going, what am I supposed to be learning while I'm going through it? So I can pivot, so I can move around, so I can adjust. That's the best way we can handle that, because we need to get our mojo back. That'll also help us try something new. Give us encouragement. Encouragement? That's not a word. I'm sorry. It's not a word. I just thought of that Oswald Banks from In Living Color, the one that was in prison who read all the time but could always mess up all the words. Oswald Bates. I just literally sounded like Oswald Bates. Courage and encouragement. Alexa, shh.
She's trying to help you talk. Is that right?
If she said encouragement is not a word. The word you're looking for is...
Anybody ask you penny challenge, lady?
No. An encouragement to do what we need to do to try something new. Because we feel like we're spinning our wheels and it's not working. Get out of this. Get the encouragement to get encouragement, though, is a word, to get out of it. And then here's the thing, Libras, we are. So just shine. I'm trying, Jen Lynn. What that's telling me is I need to shut the F up and let Johnie start talking.
Alexa is mad.
It wouldn't have been so bad had she not did it right after I butchered the video. Call more attention to it. She's like, did I tell you, like, recently she was like, Adrian, I just wanted you to talk more so I can make sure that I recognize your voice. And I'm like, bitch, first off, I've known you for years. We know each other.
Alexa got Alzheimer's now? Is that what's happening?
I said her name because if I say it, she'll listen. I'm like, are you trying to snoop on me like extra or something? And she's like, She never said no. She's like, well, what I'm trying to do is make more personalizations. I said, you and Bezos and his mammy can lick my toe jam. No, no, stay out my business.
Yeah, no.
Chiming in when I mess up words. Mind your business, Alexa.
I mean, if I need you to look up something or turn the light off, then that's what you sign in.
Because what? She gonna act funky. Alexa, turn off Den. Okay, she did it that time. Alexa, turn on Den. See? Oh, see how she has it?
Just because we called her out, now she knows she got to be on the ball. That's all.
She's using a lot more internet right now. That means she's streaming, which means she's on that YouTube FS again, which means I need to be on my best behavior, huzzy. Okay.
Libra. Worried. This I keep getting. You know what? That's funny. You real funny. You spirituals. You real funny. Here's what's happened. So I took these cards out because we read these already. So I didn't get the repeating message. But the last 3 messages have been all the same, even with different cards. This is don't worry about judgment. We get the Devil and the 6 of Wands. Oh, man. The Devil is this. Now, mind you, in this context, this is the positivity, right? So the Devil is about sometimes selfishness, ego, and image. 6 of Wands is image, being celebrated. Mm-hmm. It is now time for you, Libra, to do you, because people are going to judge you anyway. Didn't we just say, do nothing, be nothing, say nothing to avoid criticism, but then you will still be criticized for doing nothing. So call yourself into your power. If it looks egotistical to somebody else, if it looks selfish to somebody else, then maybe that is what the divine wants you to do. Sometimes it is okay to just focus on yourself. Sometimes it is also okay to celebrate your accomplishments, even if you write it across your chest and show the world. It is sometimes something that you need to do for you. Yeah. It's not going to resonate with everybody because it ain't supposed to. If everybody was on 100% of the same page. Okay, sidebar. We had this conversation in one of these talks that people unify in disasters. Like, tornadoes happen or 9/11, or if aliens were to come and threaten humanity. However, the tornado can tear up the neighborhood, and the next story you see is people looting, people going into people's rubble to steal whatever still works. If aliens came to the planet, it would be people who want to be the aliens' friends and then would dime out where all the humans are. And that type. So it's never, ever going to be 100% on your side. Sometimes you just need to be you. And the fates and TikTok, it will work out anyway. This is how it's supposed to be. So it's, I can't say it any other way. Be you. It will work out how it's supposed to. Everybody is not supposed to go along with you in the journey. Some people are pit stops. You got to lead them people there.
I really need to hear that message.
Leave them there.
Look at me being selfish and what you just said I needed to do. Thank you. I forgot there was 115 other people, and some of them may be Libras who needed to listen to that. I was like, oh, I needed to hear. What the hell did I just do with my hair? No, wait. No. Wait, stop. Wait.
I worked with this child. He got on my very last nerve because when I do have a taste of hair that grows, it always looks horrible. In this stage right here, it looks really bad always because it looks like chicken's been playing in my hair.
Not chicken.
But he's a white dude, so he does one of these and his hair falls into place. And I'm like, I really don't like you right now. It's like, do you know how many hours I got to spend just to make this look like I'm less bald than I am?
I told my loctician just Tuesday, I said, wait till these mother suckers grow out and I get a little bit of hang time. I can pull these mother suckers in a bun. It's a wrap. You can't tell me nothing because right now, just doing this, what it wants to do that's not fun. See, I just did it again. That's not fun. Okay. While I try to fix my hair, Jace, you just missed Libra. You were like 18 minutes too late to hear our message. Go back on the replay. Scorpio. If Jody's on, She gets to hear her message for the month. All Scorpios, you on deck. I hate people who just, and then their hair is perfect.
I mean,
God, it drives me insane.
I'm like, okay. I mean, I get it.
My cousin's like that. She's got the most. I look at her like, how are we related? She's got the thickest, juiciest, most gorgeous hair, and she can just laugh. Mm-hmm. Exactly what she wants. I'm like, I hope you stub your big toe. All right, Scorpio, listen. Stop thinking something's too good to be true. It is not. You're going to get some messages about some stability you need that's going to help balance your home life. Okay. Don't forsake it. Don't watch out for it. Be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout too for the messages and things you need, the clues you need to bring this much needed stability into your home life. I'm hearing, it's so funny because I kept hearing a lot of root chakra, and then I also pulled the root chakra card and the third eye. So foresee it, think about it, manifest it, the stability that you're wanting, and it will come to you. Be on the lookout for it. It's like you can't go, I'm real hungry, I want some pizza, but then start looking at the Chick-fil-A app. That's not quite how that works. You either want pizza or you want chicken nuggets. So if you say I'm hungry and I want, that sounds really good, by the way. If you say you're hungry and you want pizza, get the pizza. Be on the lookout while you're driving for the next Pizza Hut or the next Papa John's.
I get King of Cups and all that glitters. King of Cups is like my God card for me. This is the man of nurturing and love and spirituality and emotions and all that good stuff. All that glitters. There is another way to look at this. The saying is all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes this is more of people being nosy and, oh, everything you chasing ain't pretty. Maybe I'm not looking for gold. Maybe I'm just looking for something that glitters. All that glitters is not gold. Okay, fine. I'm not looking for gold. The thing I'm looking for, I have found. Your blessings are here. Accept them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when we go through the fire and the trial and the tribulation, we get used to it. We get used to struggle. We get used to fighting. We get used to conflict. And then when the calm happens, it's like, okay, something about to pop off because things are just too quiet. It's here. It's here. Let the blessing be. Yeah. You're in it. You might as well enjoy it. Even if some shiitake about to happen in the next 10 minutes, enjoy the 9 that you have peaceful. So enjoy the blessing while it is here. You asked for it. Enjoy it.
I'm telling you what. This $38 Pizza Hut is going to be delicious in about 35 minutes. Thank you, DoorDash.
That's what I wanted, but now it started snowing, and I hate to make people come out in the snow.
Oh, I was so trying to make people come out in the snow on Monday. I had no qualms. It was highly irritated when it was pickup only, and I'm like, you scared? It's DC. It snows in DC. Why are you scared?
Uh-huh. This is the job you do. So I'm
not trying to be ugly, but I don't understand what your lack of snow tires and my hunger right now has to be. Okay. I need to be careful because karma's a bitch. So that's Scorpio. Sagittarius. Let's look at some Sagittarius. My New Year's resolution is I gotta stop thinking all the slick shit that I think when we talk about Sagittarius. And it is because I had a friend who dated a Sagittarius, and that relationship was so bad. She is like a vendetta against all. And so I was like, just because you were hot in the tail and dated a horrible person, that does not mean all Sagittarius are bad, but I just hear slick.
That's supposed to be my compatibility sign. It's Sagittarius and Gemini. Like another Gemini really in the same house? Okay. If you say so, horoscope.com, whatever it was.
Like if like Ricky part 2 and like Rebecca part 2 show up, and got Rebecca 1 and Ricky 1, how they met. I wonder how that plays out.
I mean, that's like 4 people talking at the same time.
Christ, ooh. I mean, I just got that card, but you know, I'm so okay. Hold on. No, hold on. Okay, there you go. Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius. There is movement coming. The change happened already. It is a change that you needed, and just know that you were getting ready to start. Did you get the same cards?
I got the same message.
Yeah, that it's gonna. There's movement. Don't. You're not stagnant. It may feel that way. It may appear that way. This major thing has happened, and now what's next? What do I do? I'm trying to move forward. Does it feel like I am? The Chariot's here. Don't forget, Johnie always teaches us the Chariot is his little car. It's not as fast as the that thing with the Delta wings, that airplane, supersonic airplane. Y'all, come on, help me. What was that one? Had big, 2 accidents. It crashed in France. Oh my God! Air France and Air Britain. Somebody help me, please. The supersonic airplane.
It's not a condor, is it?
Concorde.
No. Concord. It was Condor. I know it was a con something, wasn't it? Ain't that
it? You could have helped me then instead of see that. No, heifer. Okay. The Chariot is not the Concorde. The Chariot is a little car. It moves slower. Doesn't mean that you're not moving. It just moves slower. Stop comparing. Stop being impatient. It's going to happen. Just breathe. You're protected during this whole thing, so there's not too much you need to worry about anyway. Just be aware that the change is coming and you're protected. And go ahead and just Concord. Thanks, y'all. And then it's okay if you need to kind of gripe and complain and yell and fuss and cuss for a little while. Get it out. Get it out, because the change was pretty big. There wasn't no small sack of potatoes, and that it can be jarring, but you're on the right path now. Just be aware that you are, and just know that it is okay. That expression of frustration is human. We're being a little impatient, but you're human. It's going to happen. It's okay.
9 of Wands. It feels as though you will never be to the end of this. You are exhausted. You're weary. You have built the wall, and it just seems to not be going anywhere. Endure. Treasure Island. You are almost to the blessing. You are almost at the end. The card meaning is not what I'm picking up on. The sea turtle is. When they hatch in the sand, it is literally life or death to try to make it to the water, because they're little bitty. And birds like little bitty. And so I know in Florida, they are now protected at least from the humans. They can't go and like pick up the turtles and all that. But anyhow, the struggle is almost over. You are almost there. The 9 of Wands is an endurance card. This is preservation. So this is, you are almost there. Be persistent. Keep your eyes on the prize. You're almost there.
The Chariot is slow movement. Doesn't mean no movement. Just means it's not as fast as the Concorde. Hang tight. At 1 hour, 24 minutes, 50 seconds, we are finally at our last sign, which is almost a Cancer. We drove y'all through the mud earlier. Not that you relive that. What I meant to say is Capricorn. And also, happy birthday or belated birthday to all other Capricorns.
Capricorn.
Capricorn. You want to talk about people with 2 personalities. I love it. I love the fun. The fun. It's like dull Capricorn and fun Capricorn. And fun Capricorn with the ass arrested. Oh, it's so much fun, and it's so worth it. Okay, if I get the star card one more time, no matter how many times I shuffle. Ooh, you get the same damn message Libra got. Sorry. My eyes it's very tart. I'm sorry. I don't know what move I just did, but I don't need to do that again. It blew up some funk. I'm really glad I put all up. That was cool. It was quite unpleasant.
That's karma for the air story, isn't it?
Okay. Oh Jesus, I'm sorry. Okay. That was rough. Okay. Coming to because I just thinking back on that live stream where me, you, and Tony and I discussed.
Yeah, I said we can't go down that street, but
I just broke my own rule with the 4 funk wins. Capricorn. Think kind of the Libra energy, except for you have been struggling. Here's the thing with you though. Once you change your perspective, things will be just fine. You got to change your perspective on this. The Hangman with this one with Libra, it was a sacrifice. We feel like we've been sacrificing too much. With this is all about whatever you think, especially because here's the thing with Capricorns too. They're very fiscally, I was going to say conservative, but also money is always top of mind for them. That is, they're just very driven. I love that about Capricorns. My brother-in-law helps me with my financials. Very good with money. But the problem is the perception of not having enough is something that can trigger a lot of Capricorn. So the thing is, you got to change your perspective. And about the lack of abundance, if you will. And once you do, you're going to be good. But you just got to be aware that change your perspective on it. Okay. You also need to connect root chakra. Root chakra is all about that abundance and finance stability, feeling safe and secure with that. Breathe through it. It will be fine with the sacral chakra. You've got what you need. Everything I want. I've got everything I want. Is all what I have. And what I have is all what I need. Just remember that. You'll be good.
So there's the Fool and Poised. Poised is confidence. And the Fool is, some would say, the opposite, but it's actually not. This is a person who just picked up and just walked out and says, I'm going to try it anyway. Whatever it is, the little dog on the Fool is trying to keep you from walking off the cliff because they don't know where you're going. Your path is not clear to them because it doesn't have to be. It's not their path. So if you may look unprepared, but the Fool also is a reminder that everything you need, you already have. Because the very next card is the Magician. That person has everything. So you were prepared for the journey. Just go out and do it. Be confident.
Mm-hmm. Everything that I want, I already have, and everything that I have, I already need.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be okay. It doesn't feel like it, I know, and that's the human experience. It sure as heck don't feel like it when we're going through it, but just connect with your roots. Know you're divinely protected. Be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Johnie, any closing messages or message?
I do have a closing message. Since everything here was about judgment, it seems like what I was pulling. Y'all make sure that in 2022, amidst all of the chaos in the world, take care of yourself and other people, but take care of yourself first. The things that you want to do that you put on the back burner because the world was ending, do them now.
Yep.
You have no excuse now. Do it now. People get to go outside now. People got the shots in the mask and everything else. Try it. Whatever it is, go out and do it. You have no excuse.
Yeah. Mine is, I still, for the life of me, I know it's what to water and I know it's what to be aware of, but I kept feeling you need to look at the silver lining.
Mm-hmm.
there's a silver lining behind anything. We just need to choose to see it. And so being aware means I need to look for the good. And I think that's just the message. Look for the good. Try to find the good in something. There was a good in Hitler, believe it or not. He was a horrible, awful human being who tried to annihilate an entire race. And we made sure that never happened again because we choose to work as a collective to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we could have let that happen again. So look for the silver lining. So we appreciate y'all for joining tonight.
And see you tomorrow at 7:30.
Can you let me say it? Shit.
Okay.
Just kidding. I was literally get ready and we'll sit.
That's why I'm trying to end the video. Let me do it. Thank you.
It's tomorrow night when we're on your channel at 7:30.
I mean, like we are not in Tarot's Apprentice Healing right now.
I'm doing this tonight since we're on my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to me, myself, and I for the super chat. May that generosity already be returned to you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7:30. Tarot's Apprentice. Bye, guys.